Hello, children. Today we are going to do our ninth chapter from English literature. It is a poem. The title of the poem is Ozymandias, written by Percy Bysshe Shelley. So, before I start the poem, I want to tell you about the title and let us learn something about the poet too. So, talking about the title, Ozymandias is the throne name of Egyptian king Ramesses. Got it? This Ozymandias, it is the throne name of the Egyptian king Ramesses. So in this poem, what we are going to learn is we are going to learn about this king and what type of king he was. Okay, what kind of person he was. Got it? So this image, this picture that you see here, this is the ruins of the statue of Ozymandias. Okay, please have a look properly. This image is the ruins of the statue of Ozymandias, and the poem revolves around this statue. Okay, now let us talk about the poet Percy Bysshe Shelley. Talking about him, he was one of the major English romantic poet of the 19th century. He is best known for classic poems such as Ozymandias, Ode to the West Wind, To a Skylark, Music, When Soft Voices Die, The Cloud, and The Mask of Anarchy. He is well known for his lyrical and long form verse. Okay, now let's read the poem. This poem is a sonnet. Got it? This poem is a sonnet. Now, what is a sonnet? A sonnet is a poem comprising 14 lines. You can count the lines, it is only 14 lines. Okay, so this Ozymandias, it is a sonnet. Now, let us read the poem. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert." So, in these lines, what is the poet telling? What is the speaker telling us? He is telling us that he met a traveler from an antique land. Antique land means from an ancient land, from an old land. Okay, he met a traveler. And what did that traveler say to him? He said that two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Okay, trunkless legs means there were only legs there. The upper body part was missing. Okay, and only the legs were there. There were two vast legs without body, without the upper part, and it was standing in the desert. Got it? Near them on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies whose frown. So near that leg, okay, near those legs lied half sunk. Half sunk means half of the person was buried inside the sand and half was visible. Okay, a shattered visage lies. A shattered means broken. Broken visage is face. Okay, a broken face was lying, and that face looked frowned. Looked frowned means that face looked angry. That means near those legs, a head was lying there. Okay, which was half sunk, which was half inside the sand, and half was visible, and that face, okay, and the face of that head was frowned. It was looking very angry, and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command. So the lip was also wrinkled. Why was it wrinkled? It was wrinkled because he was angry. Okay, it was not wrinkled because of the old age, but it was wrinkled because he was angry. And sneer of cold command, and that face was smiling. It was giving a mocking smile. Okay, the smile was not pleasant. Of cold command. Cold means heartless. Okay, from that face we can make it out that the person was very heartless, and he was commanding. Commanding means he was giving command. Heartless, okay? Heartless commands. Tells that its sculptor, these things, this frown, this wrinkled lip, sneer of cold command, these all things tells us that a sculptor, the sculptor who made that statue, well those passions read. So we can, from this frown, wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command, what can we make out is, we can make it out that the sculptor who made that statue well knowed that person. Okay, he well knows the passion and emotion of the person whose statue he is making, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. So the emotion, the passion which is still surviving, and it is stamped means it is fixed on this lifeless thing, which is fixed on this statue. Okay, that passion, that emotion that the sculptor had made in his face, in the face of that statue, it still survived, it is still there, it is still fixed in that lifeless statue, ruin. Okay, ruin of that statue. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fade. The hand that mocked them means, the hand means the sculptor. The sculptor who made that mocked them means he made fun of those emotion and passions. Okay, he had the sculptor who has engraved that emotion of the king. Okay, he has engraved the emotion of the king in that statue, and he has mocked them. He had made fun of it. Okay, and the heart that fade means, and the heart and the king. Heart means your king. Okay, and the king who has nourished those feelings. The sculptor had mocked them, he had made fun, okay, of the small emotions, whereas the king, he has nourished those feelings in his heart. And on the pedestal, these words appear. And in that statue, okay, in that statue, there was a pedestal. Pedestal means a small platform where the statue is standing. Okay, and on that statue, words were engraved. Okay, words were engraved, and what was written there? My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty and despair. So these lines were engraved on that pedestal, on that small platform where the statue stand. Okay, and this line shows us how arrogant and proud the king was. Yes or no? He is telling that my name is Ozymandias, I am the king of kings. Okay, look at my works, you mighty and despair. Your mighty and despair means he is asking the other kings to look at his work and be depressed to see his achievement, to feel depressed seeing his achievements. Okay, because he knew that you can never surpass in my achievement. So this is his arrogance and pride. This shows his arrogance and pride. Got it? Nothing beside remains, drown the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sand stretch far away. So nothing beside remains. Now he is gone, and it's lying round the decay. Okay, no matter how proudly, no matter how much he had achieved in his life, he is now gone forever, and only his shattered visage lies, only his trunkless legs lie in the desert, half buried in the desert. Okay, of that colossal wreck means, of that vast colossal wreck means extremely vast ruins. Now only the ruins remain. Yes or no? That too alone, and no one is there around. Only what you can see is only the sand, only the stretch of sand far away. As far as the person can see, there is only sand, and his ruin is lying there. No matter how proudy, no matter how arrogant, no matter how much he had achieved in his life, now what remains? Now only the ruins of his statue remains, and that too lying alone in the desert, and there is no one around him. As far as a person can see, there is only sand around. Got it? So this is all about the poem. So in this poem, what is the poet trying to tell us? He is trying to tell us that no matter how much we gain in life, no matter how much we do in life, at last we leave everything and go, because we came to this earth without bringing anything, and we will leave this earth without taking anything. Okay, so in this poem, the poet says that this powerful king was foolish, as he mm, thought that erecting a huge statue symbolized his power. Okay, he has made that huge statue and he thought that it symbolized his power, but today the statue no longer exists. Okay, it has become a ruin. Got it? So this is all about the poem.